Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Peak flow. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, stay, bang. But
Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Tennessee Titans. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
On first down, Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Wesley Woodyard, he does a little bit of everything, and this time he gets the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. This is the former Jet and Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. A first down carry now for Crowell. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Crowell. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Throwing now is Carr. He gets it to Brown, complete. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. A good pickup there, 22.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Mariota hands to Henry. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point up and good by Suckup, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, fellas. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their offense.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Isaiah Crowell, 81 yards, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted, and now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota, he finds Corey Davis. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, 77 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Carr. Man open left side is Brown. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 85 yards.
First down and goal to go.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
July 64, weak. 63.
Mariota now after the fumble recovery. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham Jr. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Titans. Odell Beckham, 98 yards. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. And now Mariota and the Titan offense, they're going to line up to go for 2. Mariota to throw it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect them? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The seasoned vet out of Penn State, Cameron Wake, in to drop him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Jarrell Casey has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here now, Johnny Townsend. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Here's Jackson. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
A second down throw here for Mariota. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And down inside the 15 he goes. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line.
First down, Titans.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Mariota on the delay to Henry. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try to go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
At the Titans' 48-yard line.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check. Hey, box truck.
On play action, now Carr. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And the Titans' first down.
Mariota now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Hey, check.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
So right. We got three, fellas. We got three.
So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards. First down, Tennessee.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Mike 35. It's our time. Slam.
Final play of the half here. Mariota trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Brings up second and 2.
Here's a second and 2 now from the 33.
Pick the edge. Come. Three. Crouch.
Mariota gives to Henry, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Derrick Henry. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
35's the mic. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
On third down, Mariota. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Brings up second and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Watch that in. Tight end right.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Push him back. Slam. Check.
On second down now. Crowell. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Check 24.
They'll run on first down. Crowell. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
185. You don't want this. Check 43. Shift. Go Chief. Check 49.
On second down, Crowell. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Jeffrey Simmons on the stop. It's a gain of 4.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Don't get nervous. 54 is Mike. 54 is heavy. Watch 54. Who that? Down.
Throwing his car on third down. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Draw play, this is Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
From the gun, Mariota escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now Mariota. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
But it brings up fourth down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Raiders 14.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Carr. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
It's second down and 10.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Let's go, let's go. 24 is the mic. Watch the pass, watch the pass.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to look. He's got it at the 15. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point safely through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. This is Henry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota being chased out left. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Let's go.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They keep it with Henry on first down. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Henry. So he got 3 on one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's get it.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm here all day. Check 52. One. You got tape.
Running from the gun with Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. extra point put through by Succop. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that...
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Cameron Wake in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final two plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Hey, high 7.
Throwing on third and long. Carr throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
93.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really... this one.
So for the Titans, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will head back home next week.
Incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top